How's everyone doing again? This is Sharpedo once again, and today I have another OU battle against TheKillerNacho once again, and I'm going to be using pretty much the same OU team that I used against Tesla Mouse and Sonic the Heck Flames in the last two battles, because like I said, I'm still confident that this team is actually good enough to work in OU. So yeah, we're going to showcase it here, and I'm going to be going up against, once again, TheKillerNacho. And his team, I actually like his team so far because he actually has a couple of pretty cool mods. A couple of them are his favorite actually. The Gyarados, the Mega Diancie. They're all pretty interesting mods. And we're going to see how this works now. I'm going to lead off with Jirachi. He's going to lead off with Mega Diancie, which is pretty interesting. So I'm just going to, well, first of all, I'm going to try to go for the Iron Head, obviously. And I kind of figured he'd be going for the Protect. So I was like, okay, I'm going to switch out here because I know he's going to want to switch out, not wanting to risk that Iron Head. So I'm going to go straight into Zapdos right here. And he is going to definitely switch out like I predicted it. And he's going to go into Heat Ran, which has an Air Balloon, by the way. He goes for the Stealth Rocks, and I go for the Volt Switch. And I get to pop his Air Balloon, which is good actually, because now my Zygarde can just come in and freaking burn this thing. Or not burn this thing, hit this thing with an Earthquake basically. Oh, burn this thing. What's Zygarde gonna be burning? He's gonna switch out his Heat Ran and go into his Red Gyarados, which by the way, I love that shit. I love that Red Gyarados. I'm gonna go for the Glare on this thing though. And yeah, this thing is going to be paralyzed, and I'm going to take advantage of its paralysis to set up a substitute, and this thing goes for taunt so that I don't go for any more shenanigans, and that's fair enough. And here I think I just go for a Dragon Tail. If he breaks my sub, that's fine, but it doesn't matter because it gets paralyzed anyways, and I just go for the Dragon Tail. Out you go, Red Gyarados. And it's going to go into Breloom basically. And Breloom is actually really annoying. I actually don't like Breloom at all. It's gonna go for the Bullet Seed, and from a match that I had later after this battle, I will learn eventually that this thing can actually scare the crap out of Zygarde. But thankfully I had a substitute up, so it's not that scary right now. And I get to Dragon Tail this thing out. It breaks my substitute as a result though. But I get to get some lefties recover, and then I stayed in with Zygarde because I wanted to see what it wanted to do. I went for another Dragon Tail just to see what it wanted to do. I had a feeling it was going to go for knockoff, and like I said, Conkeldurr is one of those monsters you just don't have a lot of switch-ins into, so I just had to go for the Dragon Tail. I did risk an Ice Punch there, so I was like, holy shit. Here I switch out into the Jirachi because I was like, you know what, he's probably going to go for the Moonblast. After switching into the Mega Diancie. He protects again, and here I went for the Iron Head again, and here I decided to stay in and try to go for it again in case he predict me to try to double switch on him again, but he actually didn't, and he actually switched back into Gyarados, which is pretty good. I think I switch into Zapdos after this, right here, after this thing gets lefties, which is all good. So I switch out Jirachi, and I think I go into Zapdos. Yeah, I go into Zapdos. Because I think I can take a Waterfall with this thing, even after the rocks. So, yeah. He goes for Taunt on my, for some reason, on my Zapdos. Maybe to prevent me from defogging, which, that would be pretty good, actually. I wasn't going to go for the defog, I was actually just going to Volt Switch this thing, because Gyarados is actually pretty scary, because once that thing gets Dragon Dances up, it just starts to run house, and that's ridiculous. You'd be surprised how many Gyarados have fucked my shit up, over the course of this, generation 6 and 7. But yeah, I go into Heat Ran now after the Volt Switch, and I go for the Stealth Rocks, and I was wondering if I had to risk a Speed Tie, and this thing had Taunt, so thank goodness if it was a Speed Tie that I actually wanted, because holy shit, I wouldn't be able to get my rocks up otherwise. I didn't even think these Heat Rans could carry Taunt, because once again, still somewhat of a new battler, and I don't know all the sets of every mon, especially the ones in OU. But he goes for his own Stealth Rocks, but he already got them up earlier, so I don't know why he went for them again. Maybe he was predicting a switch or something. I stayed in with Zygarde after switching it in, because I wanted to just get this heat run out of here, because this heat run was becoming kind of an annoyance. So I got burned, which is alright, I guess. Now here I just stay in and go for the glare. If he goes for the bullet seed, that's fine. But he goes for spore. I don't know why, but I just go for the glare and I just paralyze this thing too. I personally don't like Breloom actually. Breloom is an asshole. But I switch out Zygarde and I just go into heat right now. And this was actually risky as sin, because honestly, after these bullet seeds, I actually just wanted to go for the Lava Plume just to see if I can take it out. But I was literally risking the Technician boosted Mach Punch here, which I'm not even sure if it would actually kill or not. I was hoping it wouldn't. I wanted to see if it would, but he didn't go for it, and I was like, holy shit, this guy didn't go for Mach Punch. That's crazy. And I get to take out the Breloom, which is really good, because that thing, I don't have to worry about that thing sporing in my face, because that shit's annoying. Anyways, he goes into Conkeldurr now, and now this thing I'm actually literally afraid of. So I switch out, and I think I go into Zygarde again, just to sack it off, because this Zygarde is burned, got rid of the Heat Ran, no need for it anymore, because it gets checked by pretty much everything else. Diancie, Gyarados, and everything else. So I let this thing go down. After this thing Drain Punches me, I die to the burn, which is alright once again, and Zygarde goes down. Zygarde put in a lot of work in my opinion though in this battle. I go into Heat Ran. I actually went, this was also risky because he could have once again Mach Punched me, and I actually was going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, once again risking the possible Guts Conkeldurr. But again, I was just trying to, oh no, I didn't go for the Will-O-Wisp, I went for the Lava Plume. I guess I wanted to still burn the thing, but again, I was risking it right there, because if he didn't get burned, Drain Punch would have been a bitch. But here after the Lava Plume, I was seeing if I could get the burn on this Diancie, but then I didn't want to switch out because Jirachi is not, it doesn't take Earth Power well, and I can't just switch in Togekiss, and I didn't want Lopunny to take a Moonblast either, so I kind of had no switch-ins anymore. I was running out of switch-ins actually, so he switches out and I go for the Iron Head once again. He protected again, and again I was trying to see if he would actually stay in, but no, he switched out again to Zapdos, and I switch out because this Jirachi's Choice Scarf. I go into Lopunny, and I try to I think fake out right here. Actually, I don't think I fake out here. I don't think I fake out here. Oh no, he switches out, and he goes into Gyarados, I believe. Yeah, he goes into Gyarados for the Intimidate. And it takes Stealth Rocks damage, thankfully, and it gets the Intimidate off, which is really good for him, I guess. But I Mega Evolve right here because I need to take advantage of that speed boost that I get, so that I don't have to worry about the Diancie later. And I go for the Ice Punch, and it doesn't do a lot. And after the leftovers, I was pretty convinced that I could take it out with a return here, but I didn't want this thing to get a free switch into Diancie, or Conkeldurr for that matter, so I just went into Gyarados instead. I got hit by rocks, and once again that Citrus Berry that I still don't understand. I guess the fact that it just procs every time just made me want to still have it or something. But anyways, this Gyarados got fully paralyzed as I switched into the Zapdos, and now I just take it out with another Volt Switch. Yeah, so that Gyarados is down. One threat out of the way. But this entire team that he has is actually really threatening. The Diancie, the Conkeldurr, the Gyarados, he has a lot of threats. Zapdos, jeez, like this guy had a lot of threats on his team. And here I go into Jirachi, and here I kind of just wanted to spam Hard Stamp a little bit. I dodge a Heat Wave, which is like, holy shit, thank goodness. But this Jirachi was starting to become a little bit annoying for me personally, because this thing was not freaking flinching this Zapdos whatsoever. And that was annoying. I know I shouldn't be relying on freaking flinches, but it's Jirachi. That's kind of what it does anyway. So, but I'm just pissed that not even once did I get a flinch on this thing. This pissed me off so badly that I was just like, you know what, Jirachi, if you're just not gonna flinch anything, then why don't you just die instead? I let the Zapdos KO this Jirachi because this thing was literally not doing me any justice with these flinches, with these Heart Stamps. So I was like, you know what, fuck you, okay? Just go down already. You're pissing me off already. Not even delivering. He gets the last crit though, but still, I needed the flinch more than anything. I think here I made a bit of a mistake and went for the Zapdos rather than Mega Lopunny, because I could have faked out and prevented this thing from going for the roost. So, I mean, that was kind of a mistake. But I roost on this thing, and this was actually kind of a roosting stallfest for a sec here. Because this thing had Thunderbolt, and unfortunately mine didn't. I think I had Defog and Roost with Heat Wave and Volt Switch. But he had Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Heat Wave, and I guess Defog or something, or Roost. I don't know. I don't know what his set was, but I think like I couldn't win this Ditto match here, so I had to freaking like think, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? This thing tries going for Heat Wave now. Should I try to switch into Togekiss or something? I don't know. Like I just didn't know what to do in this part of the battle. So I just kept going for Roost until something came to mind. Ultimately here, I think I somewhere around here I just went for the Volt Switch because I was like, you know what, I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want to be put in a place where I'm just here wasting time, not knowing what to do. So I'm just gonna YOLO it and just go into Lopunny. And here I'm just going for Ice Punches straight up. I don't think I went for the fake out because I literally was afraid of the Conkeldurr switching. In fact, that's why I double switched here back into Togekiss, because I thought he was going to try to go into Conkeldurr, because Conkeldurr can kind of switch into Lopunny pretty well. Because its physical defense is pretty good, and it has Mach Punch, which I think does kill Lopunny for where it's at. And I go for a random Air Slash because I was like, what do I do now? Like every time I don't know what to do, I just do something random. And I switch out Togekiss again because I'm like, you know what, this thing is probably going to Thunderbolt me again. And I switch in Zapdos, and unfortunately, I have to go for the Thunderbolt. I mean, he's gonna go for the Thunderbolt, and my Zapdos is slower than this Zapdos for some reason, so I just can't outspeed it and go for a Roost, so therefore I just have to let Zapdos die. But now I have to go into Lopunny and just go for Ice Punches. And the reason why I went for Ice Punch, despite Return doing more technically, I think, is because I wanted to see if I can get the freeze, because I knew I wasn't gonna kill it with an Ice Punch, so I wanted, or with a Return, so I just wanted to see if I can get the freeze, so to prevent this thing from doing so much damage to me. But this damn Zapdos is actually bulkier than I thought. Like I feel like this is maybe max defense, max HP or something, because this thing took it way too good, and I was like, what the fuck? I think I've seen other Zapdoses, and this thing usually gets 2-shotted by it. So how the hell does this thing get 3-shotted by an Ice Punch? I don't know. But anyways, I go into Togekiss. This is my last Pokemon, and I couldn't get any Tailwinds up because this thing would just kill me with a Thunderbolt if I did that. So I just Hidden Power Ice this thing, and he goes into this Mega Diancie, which he finishes the match off with a pretty slick ass Diamond Storm, by the way. So yeah, that's gonna be the game. GG to my boy, TheKillerNacho, once again. I actually like this match because he was using a couple of his favorite mons like Gyarados and Diancie. And not to mention, this battle was kind of long, pretty tactical, and he did pretty well. But yeah, that's gonna be it for that one. Have a good one, everyone, and take it easy, and stay tuned.